with Mayor R.T. Rybak. Your reaction to having a DFL governor for the first time in a long time?
Can I tell you, I'm really, really happy. I mean, I think it's just fantastic. And, you know, there's sort of an interesting tone you have to set in these things because there's a grace that's important as you go from one administration to another. There's an importance to reach out to other members of other parties and people who didn't vote for you. And I thought he hit that tone really well. But also at the core, Mark Dayton repeated what he's said across the state, that he believes in having everyone pay their fair share. He believes in in having those at the top end help the most. And I think that's important. So I thought he set a really good tone. But, you know, I think people will find that Mark has very clear visions, but he also is somebody who wants to get something done. And those two things haven't always gone together at the Capitol. You know, people have either been, too rigid or haven't been able to do a deal or something. I think Mark's gonna try to get some things done there, which is important, but with the values that he's articulated.
Now, he proposed a program today of businesses adopting schools, obviously something that doesn't really cost any government money. Is that something that you as mayor of Minneapolis might be able to enable in some way?
In fact, we already do that, and we are looking to expand it. So we're really, really pleased that Governor Dayton talked about that issue. We have something called Achieve Minneapolis, which is a foundation with Minneapolis schools. That's been the bedrock of how we've gotten about 10,000 kids working in summer jobs over these last few years. We have a Principal for a Day program that comes through that. We've already been talking about ramping up our Adopt-a-School program, so I was thrilled to see that. And Brenda Casilius, who comes from Minneapolis schools, is now his education commissioner. So I think that's something we'd love to work on. It's terrific to have business partnership in the schools. We have it already, and we're really blessed with a great deal of it in Minneapolis. And I think the governor's call here can help us take it to the next step.
How successful has the program been in Minneapolis?
Well, it's been incredibly successful. In the 80s, there was a program called Youth Trust, and I was active in that when I was in the private sector on getting businesses to adopt schools. That happened quite a bit. That was then focused a bit more in recent years onto CEOs becoming Principal for a Day, where they got experience, and then our Step Up Summer Jobs program, where they actually created jobs for kids. What's nice about this is the idea that it gives everybody within a company ownership is the wrong word because we all own the schools on behalf of our students, but it gives them ownership, meaning a sense of connectedness. Stake is a better word. Were you right? My words? That was good. But that's what I think is sort of the genius of what seems to be a simple idea, but is a huge one.
It is. And have you had conversations with Governor Dayton while he's been putting together his administration at all? And anything that you want to share about that?
Well, I have. I spoke with Governor Dayton. He was good enough to come to an event I did on New Year's Eve. And but I haven't been deeply involved in the transition. It seems to me they're doing a heck of a good job. And I like where they're going so far.
Now, he's holding his inaugural ball in your town.
Which is great, and it's the largest city in the state, and it's a good spot for it. As the capital city is a good spot for the swearing. Isn't this an amazing building, by the way? This was going to be torn down, and I think Mrs. Musser, or his pictures over there, stood up and saved it. Sorry to go off on that, but I just think it's important at times like this to look at these symbolic places and say it didn't just happen by accident. You know, what if there was a parking lot here instead of this great space to swear in a governor?
Now, if things were different, it could have been you standing up there today. Did that thought run through your mind during this ceremony?
Yeah, but if things were different, a safe could have fallen on my head too. So I think I'm in the middle. No, I think he'll do a great job, and I'm really excited about working with him. And I happen to love the job I have too. So it worked out fine. You know.
Well, Mayor R.T. Rybak, thank you so much for spending a little time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Okay.